Just once in life, take your computer tower, smash it on the floor, and kick the shit out of it in a full blind, red-eyed rage. And just go, you can do it because I got a new one. See, it was unplugged, I don't suggest doing it while it was plugged because the computer might have had its last-ditch revenge.
All right, this one is from Jake from Palatine, Illinois. He writes, "Hi, I was wondering, is the PS3 really going to cost $710 with the hard disk drive? Couldn't you just buy a memory card?"
You could, but that'd be cheaper.
Yeah, well, we went over that. We did say that was probably going to be a possibility. It's even possible that Sony will include a memory card with it. I don't think they will, but they did do that with the PlayStation Portable. So it is possible, but they usually make some pretty good bread on those memory cards. So I wouldn't think so. The thing is, though, with the hard disk drive, historically, if you release a third-party hardware item and if it does not have a purpose, nobody ever buys it. And Sony could find themselves in that position. That's the same thing that happened with the hard disk drive for the PlayStation 2. I mean, if you have a PlayStation 2, ask yourself, do you own the hard drive? And most of you will say no.
Will the hard drive own you?
Yeah.
It has one?
Is it really going to cost $710? No, but it really is going to cost probably $399 for the PlayStation 3 without anything. Once you throw in the game, that's going to be $60 and an extra controller and
card.
Probably I mean it is going to be very, very expensive. This one's from Nick from Tacoma, Washington. He says, "I did not hear your question of the week in the podcast, but I will answer last week's question. My favorite zombie video game would have to be Hunter the Reckoning." There was some confusion I got a lot of emails and messages on the message board about people who could not find or on the radio show the question of the week. If you're listening to the show, you don't have to send in the answer to the question. You can just write us about anything, and we'll enter you into the contest.
Just make it mindless dribble because we'll mock you.
We only ask you a question so you have something to say, so you don't write in and go, "Well, I don't know what to say."
How you guys doing? Hey guys.
This one's from Joey from Shepashay, Rhode Island. He says, "Hey guys, we asked everybody. Our question of the week is, what should we use instead of Undead from Cleveland?" Now, ultimately, we're still going to use Undead from Cleveland. We're not going to change it.
We're curious what you think.
Yeah, we're curious of what ideas people had that were better.
So we can make fun of it.
Yeah. And also, for now on, we're going to have the a video game news drinking game. And anytime anybody writes in and complains about the Undead from Cleveland intro, you have to drink. So that's going to be the new rule.
We're not promoting underage drinking.
Well, you can drink Kool-Aid.
You
can drink whatever you have, but you have to finish it off. So if you're listening to our show and you've got a beverage and we tell you to drink, you just got to pound it. All right?
Drink.
Yeah, that's the rule.
I just cracked open a 2-liter of Jolt.
Screaming, man. Okay, hey guys, instead of saying Undead from Cleveland, you should say, quote, "Yeah, well, we are just a bunch of 3 censored, useless fags, but if it's your sort of," and I didn't censor it, that's just the way it's written, "but if it's your sort of you thing, go out and listen to us from Cleveland. You're listening to Video Game News Radio." Might work.
Hey.
Might not.
No. Okay. Move along.
This one's from Josh Tudor from Longmount, Colorado. He says, "Hey, I just started listening to your radio on podcast last week. I truly wasn't feeling the Undead from Cleveland intro. I believe you should start it with something funny like a cartoon quote or something. Try and get the people hooked on your show. But hey, the show is great and keep doing whatever you were doing. P.S. I don't have a PSP, so give me the other one."
Suffer and succotash.
That's
all 3 or 4 guys from Cleveland. No.
Yeah, that's horrible.
The Big Chuck and Little John intro. Nobody will know that one.
Except Big Chuck and Little John sue us for
pretending we're vampires.
The zero money we have. This one's from Mental Escher from Soledad, California. It says, "Hey guys, word up to the VGN homies from the West Side. I have no idea what the question was for this week. However, I have a question for you guys. What is the future killer game going to look like, particularly on new, as-yet-to-be-released consoles from Sony and Microsoft? And is the nature of gaming going to change somehow? I think one change will be that there will be a blending or blurring of gaming and consuming, with in-game purchasing of crap being pushed more and more as the consoles become more like internet appliances." Well, if you
first
mean...
they'll give you games, and they're giving you games with commercials, but then they'll give you games without commercials if you pay more, but then they'll come up with this new system that you pay for that blocks the commercials, but you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
And then they'll have something that goes around that, so they have to have a magic number.
Well, the one thing is that if you're thinking that you're eventually going to just be able to buy games online, that's really not going to happen unless they're old games. The reason is because that would put publishers out of business. You know, if Electronic Arts, for instance, publishes Battlefield 2 for DICE, but if DICE could just go to Microsoft and be like, can we sell our game on your service, that would bury Electronic Arts. So since they control all the keys to the city, they're never going to let that happen. So you're not really, I mean, first-party title, sure, Microsoft might turn around and sell something on the Xbox for you to play. You might be able to buy expansions and stuff, but the idea that you'll just be able to get stuff on demand and circumvent the publishers and the retail stores like Walmart and stuff, no chance. They'll bury that before it happens. As far as what the future killer games are going to look like, I don't know. You know, I was thinking, though, the other day, somebody asked way back when, they said, you know, are video games eventually going to look, you know, great because they look pretty good now? You know what they don't make look good in games currently is fire. They got water to look pretty good. Like, if you see water, you're like, that looks pretty good. But fire still looks like just like some orange sparkle crap that just kind of flies across the screen. Nothing's actually burning. Nothing's heating up. Fire, I think, is going to be the real... Because if you could introduce, like, active, like, real fire in a game... I think that would be really cool. And they haven't done that yet, so we'll wait and see what happens.
The worst is when your character catches on fire and you're running around with that little bit of flame on your head.
Yeah. Michael Jackson style.
Yeah, you don't know what to do.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, duck and cover.
So this one's from Theodore Schilling from Los Altos, California. He says, hey, I'm a new subscriber to the podcast and really enjoy your show. You guys mentioned that you didn't think you were funny. Trust me on this one. You guys say some things that just totally brighten my day, and part of the whole thing makes it funny is that you don't say it like a joke. It's like you're funny on mistake, which is good, I guess. Yeah, we're retarded. But anyway, I play Guild Wars. It is an absolutely fabulous game. Mind-blowingly good graphics. It even runs smoothly with little or no lag on my $60 ATI 9250 with a 1.1 gigahertz processor. Great music done by Jeremy Soule. Good gameplay, a great storyline, and how they managed it in an MMO, don't ask me. It's free. The only drawbacks that I can find are that you have 4 characters at a time, but considering no $15 monthly fee, I don't really mind that, and there is a slight lack of... Alright, man. Good for Guild Wars. We're moving on.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but I will.
We are eventually going to review it, though, Theo. But we just haven't got there yet. Because Brian plays these games until he's furious at them, and then moves on to something else.
No, I want to try it.
He's just not there yet with World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but maybe another week or two. I'm on vacation this week. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
You'd have to go out and spend $40, dude. You're not going to buy that.
No, there's a trial. There's no trial. Fucking forget it.
This one's from Tiffany Thompson from Houston, Texas. She writes, so yeah, I was listening to you guys this afternoon on the podcasting, and I was amazed to find that you guys are pretty fucking funny and somewhat insightful. I'm a big Xbox fan, and my game of choice right now is Doom 3. I guess a question or something would be appropriate, so I've heard Forza Motorsport was pretty good, but I haven't played it yet and was wondering if y'all had any opinions on the game. I also want to win something, okay? Thanks. Well, I have Doom 3 and I have Forza, and I haven't played either. My Xbox has dust on it.
Doom 3?
Yeah, on the PC, but not on the Xbox. Although, I'm sure it's still horrible. Although my friends play Forza, they really like it, although the multiplayer's like kind of jacked up, because it's like there's one good car that you can race in every heat, so everybody that you're playing multiplayer is playing like the CRX, for instance. You know, so if you pick like, you know, an Acura, then you're going to lose. So that's the one thing that's kind of broken with Forza Motorsport's online portion of the game. But the offline stuff supposedly is a lot of fun. If you like Gran Turismo, they're all saying it's really great, but I haven't yet to play it. But I will, and we will talk about it on a future show. And if you're wondering if Don and Brian are going to play it, they don't own Xboxes.
Nope. I got a box with a giant X on it, but that's about it.
This one is from some guy called Darth Akbar, and he forgot to include his address. He says, Dear y'all, I recently subscribed to your podcast I must say
I'm sorry.
that I like it a lot.
Christ.
It helps the workday move much quicker. Your information assisted me in securing a game I've wanted for a long time, Star Wars Battlefront. I've turned about 5 people onto you, and know that the rest of my video gaming buddies will join soon as well.
Thanks, Don. I take that back. I'm sorry. You're not a geek.
With regards
I'm a geek for calling you. Actually, we call you a geek. That's like a good thing. Yeah. I'm a geek too. Yeah. Oh, we know that.
Whatever. He likes Star Wars. With regards to last week's question, late, sorry, but just in case, I, as well as my girl and all my friends, wear gaming T-shirts, and we live in Miami. It is very cool down here.